So, I'm an empath. Throughout my life, I've always been a people person. And everyone likes me. I'm really relatable. I don't mean to be like, this is me. People really trust me and confide in me. I'm obviously an extrovert and I get all my energy from being around people. It's addicting. Some people get addicted to drugs and alcohol. I'm addicted to people. So this has never been a problem in my life until I started associating myself with negative people. I get overwhelmed with my emotions around them, and I've been recently researching why I would feel this way, and I kept coming across the term empath. So in this two-part series, I'll be exploring the term empath and why I believe I am an empath. If you relate to any of these experiences or the research that I will provide in the description, you might be an empath as well. Comment below if you've ever researched being an empath or think that you might be one yourself. What is an empath? So from a clinical standpoint, being an empath isn't really recognized by science. And if you Google it, you come across this definition that an empath is a science fiction term first heard in Star Wars. But let's not throw away the term yet. The site Psychology Today recognizes that being an empath is a real phenomenon and offers articles on how to deal with it and to see if you're one as well. Personally, I have heard this term in podcasts.
I believe that we are all naturally born empaths.
And on recent articles on Medium that I've been reading after a breakup. A good definition that I would use is a person who is hypersensitive to the emotions and thoughts of others by observing their facial expressions, body language, tone of voice, and subconscious pattern. Now, you may hear that definition and think, well, isn't everybody an empath then? But the thing about empaths is that they can sense the thoughts and feelings of others and also take on those feelings as well. So, for example, when someone is sad, I myself feel sad. When someone around me is angry, I myself get angry. And when somebody is anxious, I take on those anxious feelings. When I'm interacting with someone or having a conversation with them, I am listening literally with my entire body, and I'm watching the body movements, listening to the tone of voice, remembering the experience I have with this person, and I'm able to take on their feelings and sometimes even read their thoughts if I'm close enough with them. Honestly, it does sound like an empath is a bit judgy, but I think of it as I want to understand the way that a person ticks. I want to know their personal history, understand what they're truly feeling. And I am like committed to understanding the truth of somebody's feelings. What experiences have I had that leads me to believe I am an empath? I used to work with this person who was extremely anxious and would always be talking about all these different details and kind of freaking out if something didn't go right. I could not be in the same room as this person. I didn't not like her. I liked her a lot. I just could not be around her. And one of my other good friends was able to calmly talk to this person and ask them questions. I couldn't believe he could do that. How can someone talk to someone who's so anxious? Another reason I know that I'm an empath is that I'm extremely impressionable to the point where I don't trust my own instincts. I will trust and take action on what someone else is telling me. And this is pretty dangerous because it's got me into situations where I don't listen to my instincts. I don't do what I know I should do. And I listen to what my trustworthy friend or intimate partner tells me. I could eventually make life choices and go down a path that isn't for me. So I really have to look out for that. This is seen in the New York video that I posted, that I asked everyone around me, what should I do? What should I do? But nobody knew except for me, and I still wasn't listening to it for about 6 years, I would say. Is that a long time to not listen to your gut? As an empath, I don't know. If you've watched some of my other videos, you know that I used to live in New York City. Each person I come in contact with, it's like I exchange energy with them and I take on that energy. I was not able to live there. It was just too many people. And I would even try to rid myself of this anxiety. I would go to these yoga classes and I'd almost have a spiritual experience. But as soon as I walked back onto 6th Avenue, my anxieties came back. It wasn't long lasting for me to feel a sense of calm and peace. This next one is about intimate relationships. I don't have a lot of intimate relationships, and when I do, they are very long term. I am afraid of losing myself in an intimate relationship because I will give up my whole self for that person, and I will like mold myself towards them and be whoever they want me to be, kind of thing. This also happens with friends too, which is like, I feel like I've hurt people's feelings in the past. I can't like stay with a certain group because then I start to like not be able to hear myself, or I can't stay with one friend. I need a lot of good friends. Like some people have like 2 best friends. I need like 10 best friends. Because if I have one best friend, then I'll start living my life like that one best friend. I'll start wanting the things that one best friend has. Is this being an empath or am I just crazy? I don't know. This is the next one, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna put this in this video. Like, it's a little like controversial. I have felt what it feels like to want to hurt someone else because of a intimate relationship that I had with narcissists. So because of intimate relationships I've had with narcissists, I know what it feels like to want to harm other people, and this is psychologically, and that's just because of the nature of a narcissist is that they're very selfish and they put their needs before others. Well, I didn't want to make this video too long, so that's it for part 1. Please be sure to subscribe and ring the bell for part 2, where I'll be getting into why I believe I became an empath and how I will be coping with this new phenomenon in my life. If this video has been at all relatable to you, please comment below. I would love to connect with more people who believe they might be empaths, or if you have any research to share, I would love to hear it. Thank you so much everyone for watching. I really love making these videos. Please subscribe, and I will see you in part 2 and in my next video.